As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Namdekano.
Makano Panuboko, Opa Tichiria, Abona Boston, Ona Ikuchikanakana. Asimabura Bonomare, Yaburu Miaru, Namogara Palanamu, surrounding Bosom. Opano Maketo, money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is right. Papa Mubaram see. Nabia Frabalamu. Iabuna Niminu. Kambu Parayano. Makanoji Femata Winyakaye. Akalobe Ilo Nesia. Oye Mufe Muparamifea. Ikabu Paruko. Biafra is my life. Biafra, and we must go back to our land. And just the one who took us to fail. If I would come here 4 years ago, Gonna jump in there also. Bongo no dira kumi kahala. Mano yes na bugoba na libu. Wesi no choro wa Nigeria. Ya biko solo nda usala ugausa. Kanyo wezero wa neba. maka na ọ bụrụ olu Enugu Awụsa as a good governor he is na ọ ga-achịtakwa ndị Awụsa ọfụma.
All right. Please let me know if my voice is coming out now. Please let me know so that we can continue. Let me know in the comment section if my voice is coming out so that we can proceed. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Very, very important. Very, very important. All right. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You all are highly welcome to this very live presentation, reaching you all the way from the studio of Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 13th day of the month of August 2026, and the time right now is exactly 10 minutes past 7 p.m. in the land of Biafra. It is 10 minutes top of the hour, regardless of your time zone and where you are joining me from this very moment. I welcome every one of you once again. As I can see your comments in the comment section, please, once I welcome you, do not hesitate to welcome others by hitting the like button and, of course, sharing the link of this very live program to all WhatsApp groups and, of course, Facebook groups where you have joined, that they may know that we have come this very evening to do something very, very significant, or should I say, to do God's work. And towards the end of this very program, we are going to send very important message to someone who has been crossing the line for the past few days now. So please, I want you to stick around till the very end of this very program today. And do not hesitate to let me know whenever my voice ceases to come out. Somebody say no sound. I don't know if these ones are the ones that joined when the voice was not there, or has the voice gone again? Can you hear me, please, as I'm speaking right now, 12 minutes past 7 p.m.? Can you hear me, please? Let me know in the comment section so I don't get confused by those who are just joining now. Maybe they are starting from beginning. All right, we move. Those who are joining me now, please, you need to either fast forward or just wait. You're going to hear. Now, just like as I said a couple of seconds ago, towards the end of this very program, we are going to send message to someone who has been crossing the line for the past few days now, and we move from there. So going by the title of this very program, as you can see on your screen, how it all happened today in the court. And according to the title itself, you can also see it on this screen, which is, of course, the summary of day 7 of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's appeal hearings / proceedings, August 13th, 2026. Now, before we move, I'm going to repeat something which I have been saying for the past few days now. Because I knew that a day like this would come. I knew very, very well that a day like this would come, hence the importance of me saying this particular word for the past few days.
I want to make it categorically clear. Two reasons why the transcription, or should I say the court update of our Prime Minister is very, very important to or should I say what we have been doing is very, very important, not only to our people, but also to the world. Number one, we are not selling any information to the enemies. We all can agree that we have one common enemy. No matter our differences, we have one common enemy. And that very common enemy is the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Those that they are using to destroy us within are not different from the zoo themselves. Any information the Zoological Republic has, they already have it. So, we are not selling information to anybody whatsoever, because the prosecutor who is prosecuting our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland, is working for Nigeria. And he has every information concerning the case. But both day-to-day, information about the case, about the proceedings, he has every information, and he cannot hide the information to his client. Nigeria government is his client, and they are working hand in hand on a daily basis. So there is no way, no chance. We are not selling any information to the enemies, as we all can agree that we have one common enemy, irrespective of our differences. Unless you are not clear. If you are not clear that you were sent by the zoo, then that means you are working with the zoo. So if you don't get information from us, you will definitely get information from the Zoological Republic. So this has to be clarified for avoidance of doubt. Now, having said that, it is very, very important, which is the second reason why it is important that we do what we do. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a Prime Minister of Biafrans. Not only the Prime Minister of Brigi, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, he is also the Prime Minister of over 50 million Biafrans that voted for self-referendum. So, he is not an ordinary man facing charges in Finland. There have been many Biafrans that have faced charges or currently facing charges abroad. Even there in Finland, there were other Biafrans who were also arrested, even during the time our PM was arrested. So, but Mazi Simon Ekpa is a man of the people, and he is the Prime Minister of the Biafran people. So there is no way the Prime Minister of Biafran people will be in court of competent jurisdiction without the people that he leads not knowing what is happening with their Prime Minister. So that is the reason why it is very, very imperative that we do what we do. Mazi Simon Ekpa, as I have said, is the Prime Minister of the people of Biafra. And to round it up, this very court proceedings is not a secret trial. If it is a secret trial, the court will not allow people to be there. There were 2 days secret trial, even though they did not call it a secret trial, but we gave it a secret trial because they banned Biafrans from accessing the courtroom. So during those 2 days, we did not know what they said. We did not know what happened in the court. And we did not fabricate any story. We did not fabricate any story. We did not tell Biafrans what happened. I also came here and told us, look, we didn't, because we are not spirits. We cannot know what is going on in the court. You understand me? So nobody was allowed in the court. The only videos we used on those 2 occasions was the videos of our prime minister, addressing Biafrans and hugging them. Those are the 2 videos we used in those 2 different days. We didn't say anything that happened in the court because the court proceedings that very day was not meant for public. So, but the ones that Biafrans have been allowed in the court is not a secret trial, and Biafrans have the right to know how the case of their prime minister is going in the court. So, everybody must know this and know peace to avoid, for avoidance of doubt. For avoidance of doubt. So, having said this, we are going to, of course, do something. We are going to do something. So let me first of all play this very video from the court. After the video, then we'll take it off from there. There are a lot of things that happened after we shut down our program in the afternoon. So many other things happened. So we are going to watch this very video and then we take it off from there. Please hit the like button as you join me and share the link of this very program to other WhatsApp groups and, of course, Facebook groups where you belong.
Okay. Well, court proceedings. Yes. Prosecutor their own. And their own the very flimsy. You see? Good. Our own side documentation on Kanye. In fact, attorney Tommy did not. That is on a list. All list any noise were fired there. On a TK. So we don't know. He just started from terrorism that is happening in the north. You see? Well, my airstrike. So when we have an argument, airstrike and they are carelessly. Here have to bomb civilians. Yes. You see? So what we do from there? What else do you have by ban hospital na middle belt? Na middle belt. Killing of Christians na middle belt, kind of kita. So I know about when you chat about it. He had the Cruz, he had the US Congress now. They debate about terrorism and Christian genocide. Yes. You see? So why on the way kita? I don't know about that. I know where the other prosecutor can okay. Now see when are you going to enter Southeast? I say on way how but and the life. Also because the young windy that he's coming down there. Now super that even his that Ebony part of Ebony is the middle belt. Yes. That part of Ebony that is the middle belt. People were forced to be pushed into that part of middle belt without their consent. Without their consent. You see? So so don't say that we've not entered into Biafra land. Yes. The middle belt, part of middle belt is still Biafra land. And when you talk about Christian genocide, it's still affecting the whole country, including Biafra land. You people are saying that Biafra is not in existence. That is still Nigeria. So what are you saying? Why do you want to remove Biafra from Christian genocide? No, the Christian genocide is happening in all over. Exactly. You see? So Obi. Our pick up. Obi Sirike. I can get that no one. outside to look at that. I went Hannah made in a Biafra. Yes, I have to have one. I'm 1 year in a court.
Yeah.
So, my people of Biafra, yes, I know nothing. We are so happy that PM Nachiganya of Munia now. Yeah. I forgot free here. Biafra flag now.
Biafra flag now.
Up at the house about was.
Oh, July and I only put any. I don't quite sure I need you for.
Yes. So let's extend it. Just those evidential destiny. I extended it till next week. You see? So I got extended. More the freer than I don't wake in our upper week. Yeah, but more you throw the when open.
Yes,
more no G end there. At least I went and I'm ready. PM needed here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So extension, I'm not did sure of any date.
I'm not did sure of any date. If you go to the 26.
27. Next Friday.
Also next Friday, carry present the evidence.
So what's the one case here?
No, one case I So one asked Nama alone and the other sure. I didn't sure and I can't need your mother you born. So one Mungana, I know. The vice major I can't lazy. And I can't lazy. I can't ago.
Some people are castigating Adade Oramma. I don't want to say or add Madam Nki, into this, because Madam Nki is not a social media person. She's not a media person, actually. Though she does speak, once in a while on social media, because she has her own Twitter handle. So she does speak once in a while, like once, but she's not really a media person. So some people are castigating Adade Oramma, but I want to make you understand this. I want to let you know that today was a very, very significant day in the life of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Today, among all the days he's been going to court, this is the 7th day he's been going to court. Among all those days, today happened to be a very significant day, a day that he would never forget in his life. Ask me why. Ask me why in the comment section. Don't guess, just ask me why, and I will explain to you. Why today happens to be the most significant day to him that he will never forget in his life is because today that his defense began, today that is the day he started defending himself. He started mounting his defense in court. Is the same day that there is technical glitches. The same day that the television was not working, where he's supposed to start showing the court the evidences of whatever he's saying, showing the court what is happening, showing the court how Nigerian government has been annihilating Biafran people, the Igbos to be precise, in order to get rid of the Igbo tribe from Nigeria. Because they believe that if they could be able to annihilate the entire Igbo, then Nigeria will be good. Because Nigeria believe that the Igbos are the problem of Nigeria. They don't want to let the Igbos go, because the land of Igbo, they believe that the land of Igbo is very, very important to them because of our blessings, because of our resources, because of the fertile land that God has blessed us with, the fertile land that God has endowed us with. So Nigeria believes, especially the Fulani, They believe that if they can grab the land, then their cattle will have a better life, because their cattle are more important to them than the Igbo people, or than human lives, actually. So now the target is to eradicate the Igbo race and chase them away. If not, that God blessed us with warriors' mind, that we know how to fight. We know how to fight. We are warriors in Igbo land. That is the reason why it is becoming, or it has become impossible for Nigeria to get rid of the Igbo nation. So today, being that very significant day that our Prime Minister will be mounting his defense, unfortunately, the televisions were not playing. They have become technical glitches. Now, when that very message was communicated by the judge very early in the morning as they arrived at court, our Prime Minister became very, very, not just angry, but the mood changed. Because if you go through the history since the beginning of this very appeal proceedings, the televisions has been working all through the times. The prosecutors were, questioning our Prime Minister, showing whatever they have been showing from the Twitter handle of our Prime Minister. They have all been showing it on television, including when they were, scrutinizing his telephone conversations. They have been showing everything on television. So how comes today that our PM started mounting his defense? Then there comes, technical glitches. So our Prime Minister was momentarily depressed in the court. And guess what? He looked front and looked back. Look at the right, look at the back. He saw only two Biafrans. Today, with that depression, with that sadness in his heart, he looked front and back, looked left and right, looked up and down. He saw only two Biafrans. Only two behind him in the court. So, any day in his life until he grows old, any day in his life, he remembers that the very first day he started mounting his defense in the court, it was only two Biafrans that were there to comfort him, to cheer him up. He will never, never forget this day. It's a day that he will never, never forget in his life. So those of you who are castigating Adade Oramma, Onokwade making history. He's there, she's there making history. And you are on social media insulting her and castigating her. Shame unto you. Go and talk to yourself. Go and sit down and talk to yourself and say, are you really doing good? Are you really doing good? You are in your comfort zone, using your telephone or whatever gadget you are using, insulting her on social media while she's making history for herself and her generation, including a history that will be written in Biafra curriculum. You understand me? Only two Biafrans were there today to light up his mood. Only two Biafrans, and they are women. So this is the people, this is the time that God said, that not God, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that when women join the struggle, then lo and behold, Biafra is come. All the men disappeared. All the men are on social media gossiping. Now I got Summery. All the men disappeared. It is only two women that got his back. Today, in this very significant day in his life, go and sit back, ask yourself, are you really doing well? Are you really doing well? You understand? So this is a very, very, very important notice for all people to take note. Now we're going to watch the second video, and then we'll begin to disseminate the proper information of what transpired today in the court.
Break, you see. So what happened in the morning? Yeah, I know it's a little bit dejecting, but things are beginning to pick up. You see, this lawyer, is not like last year's attorney. This one, Tommy have passion for Biafra. That is what we are even discovering, you see. So with the way Tommy is presenting his documentation, our PM is happy.
Yes.
In the morning, all of us, when that computer stuff happened, oh God, it looks like end of the world. But no, this lawyer is sound.
Yes.
So it's a different thing that you're just defending. And there's a different thing that you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yes, that you want that thing that is happening in Nigeria to be put to a stop. He himself is an activist. That is what we are. That is what we have even found out. Tommy is an activist. The jihadism that is happening in Nigeria, he doesn't like it. You see, so he's putting all his all into this case. So he's apart from Biafra. He doesn't like those killings. You see, so the way he is presenting himself. So the thing is that we have, since the computers are having problem, so they have postponed the showing of evidence, the videos that our PM have. They have postponed it to next week. So we are starting with what all the terrorism that are happening in Nigeria, the jihadism, the bombings that are happening in the north. So he's gradually bringing it down to the southeast. You see, so that is how the lawyer is presenting he's starting to presenting PM's defense. You see, so we are now, at least we are happy with the way things are going. You see, the prosecutors.
Of course, my at least
PM is Obatobia. Our double is smiling now. Our lawyer Kupa Ochi. So all this they even brought up Okuoma's case. So all this throwing of, entering into compounds and causing mayhem there. They are bringing it out, gradually. You see, so Okuoma is being dealt with right now. Okay, so Okuoma kind of kita. So all these like anywhere that this Nigerian terrorist military are causing mayhem, that is the documentation that he's bringing up now, not in videos, but the ones that are that he can provide, like the one that BBC presented. Even, thank you. Where is this place in Imo State? Tiger Base.
Tiger Base, yes.
So Tiger Base, case here, in fact, most of those things that are happening in Imo State, he's beginning to bring it up.
Because I need our PM, we say enough is enough.
Exactly. So, why do we want to leave Nigeria? So all those small, big, sorry, focus small, paper small, those very sensitive issues. Go to why now elaborate in a video.
Yes. So I'm going to turn on the camera. Come on down. I'm on that station on the high. I'm a patas. On your pipe or no. I just on a 5 minutes break. I just want to see a man. Nah, even I'm so would you remind you? I'm not at the PM, so one Grisha.
Oh, no, going to PM. Oh, no, going to PM. Oh, money.
So we was when you want to buy chocolate here and many because I am in Kaiji. Yes, and I buy a man called you, which you carry. Sons of God. Only everything. Over our lawyer. Oh my God. In fact, advise me to what lawyer. That is true. Funkies is in another corner, lorry. Don't you can card the achi. Another back. Even he can say for you, or I can so. Or only come out of Jonathan Brazilian, and I'm with for name. Definitely. The one of the judges, the main judge, the man is excellent. At least only what time may have. So we won't lose the was I won't go so many bars.
All right. We continue from there, and now it is time to tell us to give us the transcription of what really, of course, happened live in the court today. So, as you all know, we were live in the afternoon, right? We were live in the afternoon, and we did justice to everything that transpired, both during the first session, the second session, and then I think we ended the program in during the second session, right? So we couldn't continue. We couldn't continue because, first of all, we started having network issues here and there, and then my voice started going there, going there. So we had no any other option than to shut down the program, even though we didn't end the program, as we could have ended the program, or as we supposed to end the program, but we had no any other option. Now, today, the lawyer, of course, our Prime Minister's attorney, started with the Zoo Janjaweed newspapers. Remember that it was supposed to be visual, hearing, or should I visual evidences. The evidences were supposed to be aired. Remember, not one evidence. There are a lot of evidences against the zoo that our Prime Minister has, gathered. Now, they're supposed to be doing visual evidence. So, when that very news was announced, was given, the judge now called Obatobie for negotiation. They asked Obatobie, this particular information was not with us in the morning. So that's why it is very, very important that anytime we do our live program during the court sitting, we have to come back and do the summary. You understand? So they negotiated whether they should proceed or whether they should, how does he want it? Then they decided to proceed with some, newspaper review. The ones that are not, the ones that are that were reported by both Nigerian newspaper and, of course, international news outlets. So the attorney began with the Zoo Janjaweed newspapers, and from the north. He actually started from the north, to be precise, of course. He read all the unalivings in the Northern Zoological Republic, both in the northeast, the northwest, and the north central. The terrorism from the northeast and all parts of the north, down to Benue State. And then our PM barrister, of course, the attorney, jumped in and also let the judges know that the Nigeria government forcefully, no, our PM himself now jumped in and also let the judge know that the zoo government forcefully gerrymandered Biafrans, the Igbo Biafrans now, into the northern Nigeria, into the Benue State. Because in Benue State, you have people who are speaking Igbo language in Benue, in the lower Benue. That is the reason why sometime in the past, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said our people in Benue, that we have Biafrans in Benue, and when he said that Biafra did not end in the current Ebonyi, that Biafra ends in lower Benue, they become mad. The zoo politicians became mad. They say, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to take Benue State. He want to take Kogi. He want to take everywhere. We came out and we said, no, we are not talking about Benue State as a whole. We are talking about Lower Benue, where you have Biafrans, people who are speaking Igbo language, Igbos in Benue State. Our Prime Minister told them that there are Biafrans who were forcefully, without their own consent, without a referendum, without asking the way they want to belong, they were gerrymandered into northern Nigeria, not central. And today they are northerners, but they are Biafrans. And why did they do that? They gerrymandered them to the north, into the north, just to, in order to continue the marginalization of the Igbo people, and of course to continue to reduce our numbers, and to continue to let them know, to divide the Biafran people, and continue the mind games that they have been playing since after the genocidal war in 1970. So our PM let them know, and these things are public, in the public. So it did not end there. It did not end there. They continued. Please, if you are joining me, continue to hit the like button. Very, very important. So our PM, Mazi Samonep and Joko's attorney, also spoke about Donald Trump. Donald Trump remarks on Nigeria. So our case now, this very case, I am telling us now that even though that Finland, even though Finland was not aware that Nigeria is a country of particular concern in America, they now know. They know today now. So Nigeria is now on the tables of Finland as a country of particular concern. Remember that Finland is a NATO country. It's a country belonging to NATO organization, and America is the leader of NATO. You understand me? So if the leader of NATO has put Nigeria in the list of countries of particular concern, how comes the followers, which Finland is among the followers, or the members, not followers, of course, they are not following. How comes the members will say, no, we cannot allow that to happen? Why? The leadership has already done the needful. So the attorney reminded the judges that Donald Trump has made remarks over the zoo called Nigeria, and Nigeria has been added as a country of particular concern in America, and also pointed the Al Jazeera publication over the unalivings going on in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, both those in the north and also those in the southeast, including those in the west, because they also mention Yoruba. They mention Yoruba as well. Now, it did not end there, of course. It didn't end there. They continued. Our PM's attorney also raised the issue of Ted Cruz. PM's attorney raised the issues of Ted Cruz. Why Ted Cruz blasted the Zoological Republic for, instead of confronting insecurity in the zoo, which is taking the lives of innocent people, innocent citizens for that matter, and stop the Christian genocide, which is happening in Nigeria currently, all over Nigeria, instead of them to tackle these whole things that have bedeviled the country and threatening to destroy the country if it's not destroyed already. Rather, the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, are spending millions of dollars, not naira, millions of dollars, hiring lobbyists in America in order to silence American lawmakers from speaking about the insecurity and Christian genocide going on in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. This is the PM's attorneys doing, and it is marvelous. we love it. Now, let me show us one of the Ted Cruz impact, one of the things that Ted Cruz did that is, of course, shaking the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Zoological Republic. So let me show us one of the things that that our PM's attorney brought to the judge today. And remember, some of the things, some of the newspaper works that the attorney brought today was given to the prosecutor to read. So sometimes some of them prosecutor read until he became tired. I told us, how many of you remember? I have been saying it that the attorney is going to run. Yeah, I have been saying it. So that the attorney will run. The attorney will run. And this is just the beginning. Today he read and read and read and read until he became tired. Now, Christian unalivings, Nigeria hiring lobbyists to mask insecurity. Ted Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz of the United States of America, USA, has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government of using public relations lobbying to mask unaliving of Christians in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. I'm not going to read further because this is not the main news, right? So there are other outbursts from this senator, Ted Cruz, where he blasted the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, of leaving the necessary things that they're supposed to do to spend millions of dollars in hiring lobbyists in America. Hiring lobbyists just to stop the American government from listening to their own, lawmakers, their own what do they call it? Congressmen. You understand me? From listening to their own congressmen. That is the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom for you. Now, it did not end there. We continue. So, the attorney of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, also raised the issue of Okuama, as you heard from Our Lady, Madam Unki, raised the issues of Okuama bombings, and now look at what happened. The Okuama community genocide, which was committed by the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army. In addition to that, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, also told the court. You understand me? Now, before our Prime Minister said what he said, the prosecutor did something very, very funny. They began to argue that the Janjaweed army had already claimed, that they were not the one. Let me bring it to the screen. That they were not the one that committed that very heinous atrocity in Okuama. Remember, after that very massacre in Okuama community in Delta, the Janjaweed terrorist army of the zoo denied involvement in that very massacre that happened in Okuama community. Now, guess what? They started saying that the Janjaweed terrorist army, when that matter was raised, they said that no, that the army had already debunked the news, which you can see here on a Nigerian newspaper. This is what's this? What's the name of this newspaper? The Premium Times. This is the Premium Times. So this is it. Updated, meaning that they have written something before. Then they went They went back to update it. Now, Nigeria military denies responsibility for retaliatory attack on Delta community, Okuama. You understand? In Okuama community, the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army deny that they are not the ones that bombarded the Okuama community. Why there are lots of videos, evidence videos that littered on social media, which anybody can find it, anybody can get it, is everywhere on social media. How the Air Force was bombarding Okuama community, unaliving people and displacing thousands of innocent villagers simply because there was a clash between some hoodlums and the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army, where they claim that they have gone for, peace deal between Okuama community and another one called Okoloma community. Okoloma community and Okuama community, they are neighboring communities that were having land dispute. So what is the concern of the Janjaweed terrorist army with land dispute? Land dispute is a community thing, it's a civil thing. It is something that should be settled between king and king. The king of Okoloma and the king of Okuama supposed to come together and sort it out. If they fail to sort it, they can take you to maybe to the authority, maybe police, or even they can go to court. You understand? Adol have boundary. They will draw boundaries for them. So what is the military doing? We did not scrutinize that very incident. We failed to scrutinize that incident because we would have scrutinized it. We would have even tried to bring some people from that very community. Even some of them made some videos and, that trended on social media, including some of them that were declared wanted. But we, the media people, especially we, the Biafrans, because Okuama is a Biafra land. So we, the Biafrans on media, failed to scrutinize that very incident. Our Prime Minister tried as much as he could, but there was no help because one tree cannot make a forest. He tried to scrutinize it. He tried to bring some few evidences on social media. And remember, I think that was during that time he lost his YouTube page. You understand? So it was a kind of difficult to continue that very scrutinization of that very incident. So it died off like that. And then the zoo had the guts to come out and deny the involvement in that very area bombardment that displaced thousands of innocent villagers in Okuama. So our Prime Minister told the judge through the attorney that how comes after the problem ensued between the army and some hoodlums, where they said that few number of Zoo terrorist army were annihilated in Okuama, all of a sudden they now came to start killing innocent villagers and bombarding homes, displacing thousands of them. And today Okuama is under ruins. Till today, Okuama is still under ruins. Many years later, Okuama is still under ruins. So now, when the prosecutor tried to defend something that is indefensible, our Prime Minister now let the judges know. You understand me? Our Prime Minister, Samuel Joko, also told the court, that there were members of that very community of Okuama who were live in Finland last week during the protest. And of course, they were also in the court for few court proceedings. I think it was about two to three court proceedings. Our PM told the court that there were people from that very community that came to Finland. You understand? And don't forget that also Wari's sister was there, because Nekukwama Lekwe Wari. And in fact, the court, the Okuama, is it district court or whatever they call it, where they go to case their case, is inside Wari. You understand? Is inside Wari. If you check it well, you see that Okuama district court where they go for, if they have anything to do in court, they do it inside Warri. You got to go. So our PM told them that we have some members from that community that was in Finland. You know, so and then it happened like that, which was another win and another bonus for, of course, for all of us. Now, Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku also raised the issue of Law Panta. Law Panta. I'm sure that you all remember. You all remember when I asked that question the other day, if it was under this current administration of what's his name, Governor Oti, or under Okezienwe Ikpeazu. And could you believe the day I was saying this about Lord Banta, I never knew that it was going to come up to in the court. I never knew. That is the reason why when you are on the right track, you will be having this type of coincidence. You will always have this type of coincidence. Always. Not like how many days ago, about 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was yesterday. I don't think it's yesterday. It was day before yesterday. When I was talking about that incident that happened in Law Panta, all of a sudden today, boom, it appeared in the court. You know, I'm not saying it was because of that one, that my program. Oh, no, because I believe that they have already arranged it before my program. You understand me? Yes. So, but what I'm saying is when you are on the right track, you will always encounter this type of coincidence. Remember when our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku said that he takes word from the heart of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That very word enraged, in fact, it engulfed, it caused a lot of havoc in the camp of the evildoers, the DOS, led by Chike Dozieha, or should I say the old DOS, led by Chike Dozieha. It caused a lot of which word should I use that befit the situation? It caused a lot of issues within the cabals of the criminal gang of DOS led by Chike Dozie. So now this matter also came up. Our Prime Minister's attorney raised that very matter. That Lord Banta, it was our PM himself, said that Lord Banta, they found behind cattle market where dozens of dead bodies were found behind the cattle market in Lord Banta, which Fulani is completely in control of. And this is happening in Biafra land. It's happening in Biafra land. Now, the prosecutor showed them a Nigerian newspaper publication. Of course. Okay. That is about let me see something. Premium Times reported that suspected residents of Okwama community on Tuesday ambushed. No, not this one. The military confirmed the unaliving of soldiers on. No, not this one. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, a major general in a statement on Monday said the community was already deserted even before troops arrived there. Mr. Buba advised those peddling the news of reprisal attacks on the community by soldiers to desist from further dishonoring, from further dishonoring the following heroes. So we've already done this, where they deny the reprisal attack, and of course it is quite unfortunate. They peed on the grave of those that died, because evidences are there, where Nigerian Air Force was dropping Obunigwe from the sky and thereby displacing people. So there's also another topic that they raised, where Nigerian security forces unalive church worshippers and pastor in Omunze, in Orumba West local government area. How many of you remember a certain video that circulated sometime in the past, where a pastor was carried on a truck, not truck, normal truck, the wheelbarrow one. There's this what do they call it? That happened in Umunze, where I also used that video for a program, where the body of a pastor, people were crying and calling that man name, say, hey, Nekwano, he was a pastor, but he was a local man. The man came from Umunze there. The man came from Umunze there, where they carried the man with pickup. Yes, pickup. They carried the body of that man on pickup. Where were Aqua? With Yana that man. It happened in Umunze. I think that was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. That was 2 days ago. So that very matter was raised in the court. And remember that there are videos of all of these things. Then our prime minister also raised, the attorney also raised the incident of Tiger Base, the Tiger Base incident, where Amnesty, they now brought us back to Amnesty report once again for the last time today, which let me try to bring it to the screen because it is very, very important. On Adema Ikuo Igosi. So that Kagota emere argument ya and the what they argued about, even though we are not going to read it in full, but at least we can read the headline. So they brought the matter of Amnesty International once again, where they reported of Tiger Base. Most of these things you don't just talk it. You don't just thank you, Osita. Thank you, Osita Ike. God bless you for reminding me. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. It happened in Orumba. Orumba South. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. Not Orumba West, it's Orumba South. Orumba South local government area. Yes. So now they brought this very matter. Nigeria, Tiger Base of atrocities, human rights violations by Nigeria Police Anti-Kidnapping Unit in Owerri. So these things, most of them were read by the prosecutor. To the extent that prosecutor read and read and read and read. When you are this life no balance. So when you are on the wrong side, when you are fighting the light, when you are helping the darkness to fight light, and then they are giving you the atrocities of darkness. They are giving you the atrocities being committed by the darkness, and they are asking you to read them by yourself. And what you are reading, you cannot argue it. You cannot say it's fake news, because this particular platform, Amnesty International, has absolutely nothing to do with Biafra. You understand? It's not a Biafra matter. So when now you are being asked to read, and unfortunately you are reading something that is against the darkness that you are trying to protect. Look at it here. the prosecutor was completely tired and dumbfounded. The prosecutor was dumbfounded when they were reading the Tiger Base atrocities. The prosecutor was dumbfounded. He couldn't. You know, there is something that you don't know how to defend. There are some things you cannot be able to defend. Always remember that word that I told us, that the prosecutor will run from this case. He's going to call Nigeria and ask Nigeria to bring their own witness, not their own witness that is going to defend them. Because the evidences that will be thrown in the court, I bet you that this particular prosecutor cannot be able to answer the questions. This is going to be the worst case he has handled in his career. Because atrocities that are being committed against the Biafran people by the Nigerian government is too much. It's too much. These are only newspaper publications. They never even go to, visual or pictorial evidences of what Nigeria is committing against the Biafrans. They never go there. They haven't gone there at all. This is still newspaper publication. And it's unreal. It's unreal. Now, PM's attorney also raised the issue of, I think we've talked about it already, the Ted Cruz matter. Yes, we've talked about it. We've discussed about it. So some other things that, they discussed. Today, our PM didn't have much to say. Some of the things he was just chipping in some words, and most of the words that he said was earlier in the morning, especially during the time of IPOB, which we already said. The prosecutor when they raised the issue of IPOB, and then claiming that Mazi Simon and Joko, divided IPOB. You understand me? Whereas the DOS members have already said, the DOS members, according to their testimony against Mazi Simon, they started by telling the court that Mazi Simon and Joko is not a member of IPOB. Is not a member of IPOB. That is the beginning of their testimony against Mazi Simon and Joko. Then Mazi Simon and Joko asked the court, how can somebody who is not a member of organization be the one to destroy the organization or divide the organization? He is not a member of IPOB according to the testimonies of the DOS members that came to give witness against Mazi Simon and Joko. Now, Mazi Simon and Joko now ask the prosecutor, how can I be the one that divided IPOB when I am not a member of IPOB? A simple question that finished the whole job. Prosecutor is alleging that Mazi Simon and Joko divided IPOB. And Mazi Simon and Joko now ask him, how? You were here when the people you brought as witnesses said in the court that he himself, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is never a member of IPOB before. And so be it. Everybody accepted it. I am not a member of IPOB, no problem. You have said it, so I accept, no problem. We are not going to argue about it. We are not going to drag or fight about it. But since you have said that I am not a member of IPOB, then how comes the prosecutor now want to allege that I am the one that divided IPOB, an organization that I am not a member of. And he choke, he choke, he really choke, you know. And then the matter died a natural death, you know. The matter died a natural death. So now our PM also went further to expatiate what happens in this Biafra struggle. He started with he told them that Biafra struggle is a continuous race. It's a race that has continuity, and a race that we, the Biafran people, will run until we get to the final destination, which is freedom. There was Masob, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was part of. He told them that what happens is when any group that is leading the agitation fail to continue, then another group springs out, because it's a continuous race. So from Masob, IPOB came out. And it's not only IPOB, there's also BIM. There's also Biafra National Guard. There's also, there's another name he mentioned. There's another name he mentioned. What was that name? What was the name? He mentioned Biafra National Guard. He mentioned Biafra Zionist. Yes, Zionist. He also mentioned Zionist. And then autopilot. Autopilot came in place because they were trying to know how autopilot came in place. He told them, look, this is a continuous race. And remember, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted in Kenya and rendition to the zoo, so everybody, everywhere became, everybody started doing whatever they think that they can do to make the movement continue, to make the movement, to make the agitation, continue and never die. So the agitation, the struggle now became, the agitation fell under autopilot. You understand me? So now I'm putting it, because it fell under autopilot, because I'm putting it now, because those who were supposed to do something, those that everybody was looking up to, the DOS back then, led by Chike Doziefa, they failed to do what they were supposed to do. This is the reality, and I am the one who is saying it. Me, personally, Biafra Unite. Because if they had done what they were supposed to do, autopilot wouldn't have come in the picture. They waited, they failed completely. China Sanwo-Olu was busy giving out order. Lay down your arms and go home. You will be called back when duty resumes. They couldn't do nothing. They waited after 1 month, and on the 29th, if I'm not mistaken, on the 29th of July, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped on the 19th of June and renditioned on the 27th. Then on the 29th of July, 1 month and few days later, they came out to announce it at home. You understand me? By that time, people are already tired of waiting. People were already tired of waiting. The internet was already becoming cold. The internet was becoming cold already. And as internet was becoming cold, people were also becoming cold at the same time. You understand me? Because when something is trending, especially in this modern age now, when something is trending, it doesn't just trend on the street alone. It begins from social media. You understand? Something doesn't just trend on the street. It begins with social media. So before before everything, social media was already getting cold. The trend was already elapsing, and we couldn't wait anymore. We couldn't wait anymore. Then after, when people are becoming cold, are already getting tired, all of a sudden, boom, China Sanwo-Olu came on social media and they announced every Monday sit at home if they fail to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before the 8th of August, 9th of August. We said, okay, fine. Fine, no problem. At least that something will be done. At least. So why did we now begin to hear autopilot after the statement? Why did we now begin to hear autopilot? We began to hear autopilot because the shameless individuals went ahead to cancel that same sit at home that they ordered for. And Biafran said, no, we can no longer continue with this kind of attitude and mentality of these criminals. Everything now fully went into autopilot. People began to do what they think that is best for the movement. And they did not end there. What happened now, according to what our Prime Minister told the court, that Biafrans became united. That is the reason why the sit at home became very, very, very strong and, of course, successful, because Biafrans became united. And remember, for the past 50 to 60 years, since after the Biafra genocide in 1970, Nigeria has always sowed the seed of discord within Biafrans. They always use Biafrans to attack Biafrans. They don't want to see Biafrans united. That is the reason why they divided Biafra, especially Igbo land. They divided Igbo land. They told our people, they divided Biafra in the first instance. They told our people in the riverine area that they are not Biafrans. They told them that they are not Biafrans and they are not brothers with the Igbo people. That they even sold a very dangerous narrative to them that the Igbo people want to take their land. The Igbo people want to take their oil. That is the reason why they are dragging them into Biafra. Whereas the Biafra itself was, the name Biafra was coined from the heart of Biafra, which is their own, where they live. And the person who named us that name is also a person from Riverine area. This particular word that I'm saying now has reminded me Prince Will Chimezie, may his gentle soul continue to rest in peace. I've never talked about it since his demise, because it shocked me. So, but for the father, I'm talking about this very riverine area. It reminds me, Prince Will, may his soul continue to rest in peace. We lost a hero. There. And when Mazi Samuel Banjoko comes out and Biafra restored, we'll remember our heroes. We are going to remember our heroes. So, the person that brought that very name, Biafra, was from the same riverine area. Somebody, Opigo, who brought the name. And Ojukwu second in command was also from riverine area. Yet, because the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, is always frightened and afraid. Is always afraid to see Biafrans united. That is the reason why they always use one tactic or the other to divide Biafran people. But now, after the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his rendition, Biafrans unanimously, without anybody forcing them, without anybody coming to point guns at them, they unanimously sit at home to demand Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. You cannot get a better unity than that. Nke abụghọ maka ndị kwe ndị ekwe. Frank Opigo, thank you. You know? So, Biafrans are sitting at home. So that very unity is frightening the Zoological Republic. They don't like it. That's why they have done everything humanly possible to continue to sow that very seed of discord, using people who are supposed to be our people to destroy us from within. So our PM also talked about, remember this is the transcription of today's proceeding, right? Our PM also talked about what happened to our people in our mama, those 14 youths that were massacred in our mama by Ebubago, led by Ogu Mozambique. Ebubago is a Nigerian security outfit locally formed by Nigerian governors of Igbo extraction. Nigerian governors of Igbo descent. You understand? So, our PM also reminded which the video is there. All these videos will be made public, or will start airing from next week. You understand? So those 14 youths that were massacred in our mama, they were also in the court today. And guess what? The prosecutor is still chilling. I'm very, very sure if he goes home this evening, he will start asking himself some important questions. You understand? He will start only the things he has read today. Only the things he has read already today. Oh my God. He's chilling. He's chilling because he doesn't know how to start fighting against this. Now, our PM also presented of course, inter-society report where over 1,000 homes in Southeast in Igbo land were invaded by the Nigeria terrorist security forces, and of course, thousands of defenseless Igbo youths, and of course, Igbos at large, not only the youths, were massacred in their numbers by Nigerian terrorist security officers. So that one we already said it in the afternoon. Then the prosecutor asked, when there's a time, there are a lot of things. So there are a lot of things, but this side now that I'm touchlighting, we have already talked about it in the morning / afternoon during our first program. So there is no need of going back to those information again because it's already in the public domain. It's already in the public domain. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, of course, you all know already. You all know that the proceedings continues on Monday, which is going to be on 17th. Tomorrow is Friday. As it stands now, there is no court sitting tomorrow. On Saturday, of course, is weekend. There is no court section. There is no court session, and of course, on Sunday is also weekend. There is no session. Then on Monday, which is now 17th, everything continues. So those are our people, like as I told us yesterday, which was a breaking news. We didn't know in the first place. It was scheduled that our PM begins his defense on the 17th. Then we got the information yesterday evening after the court proceedings that the defense, the prosecutors have finished their shenanigans yesterday. So instead of waiting on the 17th, our PM will now begin his defense tomorrow, which is today. And that is exactly what what has happened. Now, having laid this foundation, or having built the house already, we are now going to send a message. We will send a message to somebody, just like as I said, someone who has been crossing the line for quite a few days now. But before we send that very message, I would like to, of course, play the video. I would like to play the video so that Koale Deka Nagwa somebody name her Ifomeloku. Let me play the video. Then I'll send him the message which which I want to send to him. Let's listen to this. Hold on.
I am happy the thing is still going on, and I want you to know. And rooms means to what Simon Ekpa's now, and I'm going to help myself. Welcome everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Raphael Chamaka Jere here, Pastor Vam Vam Vam. I greet you all. What Simon Ekpa's appeal means to all Biafrans. I've been in the courtrooms a number of times, and I understand what it means. And I am happy the thing is still going on, and I want you to know that it is a very serious matter. And for Finland to be picking some of these quotes of Simon Ekpa, some of the posts of Simon Ekpa, and be trying to use them against him, is very funny. I have so many of the posts that came from X. The reason why I have not come, I have, the day I sat in the court, I have them, all the posts that they were addressing, one after the other, the dates and the time. I deliberately have not been bringing them to analyze, because like I told us, since this case is still in court, I have to be very careful. If they were able to pick those things and they want to use it against Simon Ekpa is defending it. I am not the one that will defend it for Simon Ekpa. What I say about the post that our Prime Minister made, they are not going to use it to judge our Prime Minister. They are going to wait for his reply, his own defense. He's the one defending it. All we have.
I want everybody to remember something here that Vam 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 said. He said that what he's going to say, let me take it back a little bit. Please pay attention to this particular point. Write it down.
They are not going to use it to judge, defend it for Simon Ekpa. Defending it. I am not the one that will defend it for Simon Ekpa. What I say about the post that our Prime Minister made, they are not going to use it to judge our Prime Minister.
Did you hear that? He said that what he say, whatever he say about the post of our Prime Minister, they are not going to use it to judge Simon Ekpa. This very word would come back to bite Vam Vam Vam. Mark it one place. I will tell you when the word is coming back to bite him here, right now. That what he say, whatever he say, is not what they are going to use to judge Simon Ekpa, which is the truth. 100% truth, absolutely. But because he is the one talking about himself. You understand? What he said is true. What you say is not what they are going to use to judge Simon Ekpa. But it's quite unfortunate that is only what you say that they cannot be used to judge Simon Ekpa, but what another person say will be used to judge Simon Ekpa. What you say about his post, whatever you say about his post, which is your analysis, is not what they will use to judge him. But it's going to be quite unfortunate, disheartening, when you now trying to put other people in a bad line, making it look as if that whatever they say about Simon Ekpa's post is now what they will use to judge him. It's quite unfortunate. Now, pay attention.
Are going to wait for his reply, his own defense. He's the one defending it. All we have to do is to maintain our consciousness and follow carefully, because I know that some of our media are in a hurry. Some of our media people are in a hurry to get some of these things. Hey, what happened in the court? I have many of them. The days I've sat in the court, I have some of the posts that PM was accused of from all over X. The things he posted. That's why the PM keep telling us, be careful of social media. Now, it is true that we are interested in knowing all the things that happened. We need to be very systematic in releasing some of this information to us so that we don't complicate things for Prime Minister. That is why you see me. Some people are accusing me of holding information, of wanting to be the one that have it. Like I've requested that some of my comrades that are there update me. Some of them are not updating me, but it's okay. As long as another person is doing it, fine and good. But we must be very cautious and careful, because anything we say might become a problem in one way or the other. So we can give them information. This is what they said. This is what they said. But saying further or saying many things might be harm than good. So that's why I want to be very careful. Also, being the fact that I am more or less a spokesperson to the government that Prime Minister represents.
Jidoya, phone because I am not the Minister of Information. Vam is the Minister of Information. Biko Jidoya, the same position ka Barawasoni Chuk survivor Gaddafi of Idu, the set I'm up with the Paul Onwubiko with one woman and Bobby Chicago. Or the same position, which I never wanted in the first place. Only only my presence threatened them, which Ogenkere confronted me in many occasions and told me to be careful that in the media are not happy with me. Ogenkere himself told me, not once. You understand? The same position. I never needed any position. Those who always speak with me know this my position, that I don't need any position in the government. Jidonuya. Because Jidonuya. I don't need any position. I have said it secretly. I have said it publicly. I have said it privately. I don't need any position. Even if Mazik Simon Ekpa comes out tomorrow and say Biafra unite because of Mbo Ebagol, let us make you the Minister of Information, I will still tell him, Maz, I don't need any position. Otansin all when na support Mazi Simon Ekpa, na support the government. All the okay. I am too busy for position. Oge Biafra Bia. I know why and in our own land. Then, if I desire any position in the government, I will campaign for it. If Biafrans see me as a qualified candidate for it, they will vote for me. On one as opposition, I don't need any position. For now, the most important thing now is freedom for Biafrans. This is not my problem, but let's continue.
Which is Brigi. I happen to be the head of the information, so I have to be very, very much careful. If another person is not careful, me, Vam, must be very, very careful. But one thing I want you to know is that this appeal means a lot for us. And our Prime Minister must win this appeal.
Sure.
He must win it.
Sure.
And every indication shows that he is leading. In the evidences he has, he is winning. But we must be careful not to complicate matters. If PM say, stop this on social media, we have to try and stop. There are insinuations that, hey, Van 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 is now supporting this person. Van 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 is now saying, make peace with this person. I didn't say make peace with this person. All I said, PM is saying, let us stop fighting. Let us unite under this purpose. Look, somebody hates me, and I know he hates me. And this fight that we have fought has not brought any good. And now there is a way of bringing a better good to the entire nation. And then there is a request for me to suspend my fight against that person so that the entire nation might gain freedom. Will it not be better for me to throw away my ego, throw away whatever I think I know, or whatever it is I am using against that person, forget about it, and then make sure that the prime minister who is representing us gets the gold, wins the fight? That's actually what I'm doing. And I will do it to the best of my ability. If you like blackmail, but one thing you will never succeed is to cancel Van Van Van. Hey! I am not Van 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 I am Van 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 for a reason. So, if PM say, stop the attack, stop the attack, stop attacking Ngozi Orabueze, stop attacking Ogenke, stop attacking, stop. If PM says stop, then stop. Stop. All the fights you have fought, what did it bring to you? If it didn't bring anything to you, right now you have fought, you have attacked, then stop. All this blackmail. Hey, Van 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 is saying, make peace with this. Just stop that rubbish. Just stop it. Listen to PM and obey. Of course, I know you don't want to obey. That's why you want to always blackmail Van Van Van. I don't give a hoot. Even the closest person to me will go to try to blackmail me. I will become what? Ebebe, you know Ebebe? Deaf and dumb. Ebebe. At the end of the day, Prime Minister comes out. I am not in Finland. No update for Van Van Van. No problem. Anytime I come back to Finland, I got the update that I need and I will deliver the update. Look, I am not going to do more than what I can do. Do you understand? And the last thing I will do is to come here and tell Biafrans what did not happen or make up something from nowhere. Do you understand? Whether it is Peter that brings the update or it is Paul that brings the update, update is update. But one thing you must be careful of is not to complicate this appeal for the Prime Minister. We must be very careful. I told you, I even have voices. I have voices from the court. I have PM voices from the court. Everything PM is saying, I have everything from the courtroom. If I am looking for how to get you here, I'll be playing everything that PM is saying. I'll be playing it. But will it do good to PM? No.
So to respond to that, of course, I know he's talking to me. You don't need to go far. And he will still indicate it further. That's what I'm waiting for, that place. So, since I started giving an update of our Prime Minister's court case, both now and the last year or any time, Biafrans, have you ever heard me play any voice of our Prime Minister or maybe the voice from the courtroom? Even videos. There are some other videos that the only video from the courtroom that have aired before was the very first day he arrived in the court, while he was hugging our people. while he was hugging our people. The very first day he arrived the court, while he was hugging our people, and that particular moment, there was no case. There was no sitting. There was no proceedings. That on 5th, that video was about 19 seconds. While he was hugging our people, there have not been any proceedings, nothing. There are other videos that came out from the court, which I have not played. And I cannot play them. Because when I got the videos, I was told that this ones is not for public consumption. I have not heard any audio from the court. Nothing. What I do is to give the transcription. It is called transcription of the proceedings, which is not a secret for the enemies, because the enemies are the prosecutors. The prosecutors are working for the enemies. So therefore, we see them also as enemies because they want to jail our prime minister. So there is nothing hidden there. Absolutely nothing hidden for the enemies, because the enemies are right there with him. Let's continue.
Because that court section, there are things that you shouldn't bring out, because it is an appeal process going on. No matter how eager you are to hear from PM, or no matter how hungry you want me to be to release that information, I will not. Because it will be better for PM for me not to start playing some things to you for you to hear. And at the end of the day, they will come and quote it in the court and say, in this court setting, as we were sitting in the court, so and something happened again on social media. As the appeal is ending, just imagine they are bringing up another fresh accusation against PM. Just imagine that they are bringing another accusation against PM, and they are using what somebody like you or me posted on social media, and they're saying, these are your people. Look at what they are posting. And you say you people are good people. Why? Your appeal is not even finished. You are destroying the appeal by yourself. We must be very careful. Not be by force, say, it must be me. Then we'll keep it away from Vam. We will allow. Let us be careful. And look, not be as
anything. Are you dragging anything with anybody, my brother? Just listen.
We must be very careful. Not be by force, say, it must be me. Then we'll keep it away from Vam. We will allow. Let us be careful.
Hey, this life no balance. So let's continue. I'm not here to analyze him, but when he's finished, I'll send him a message. I'm not here. I can't analyze Vam. I'm not here for it. I want to send him a message, but he's going to say something that will warrant that message. Just pay attention.
And look, not be as body they scratch you. You go take scratch them. If you scratch body the way they scratch you, my brother, blood go come out. Blood go come out. Please, some updates, you have it from the court. Sometimes be very careful, because even if you're a lawyer, you will know that once a case is going on, we have to be careful what we bring in the media, because that case is still ongoing. You must be careful. Now come on now, if any PM kuru na court, then non a court. Ejimia. If any no kuru ni me court. Ejimia. Everything na X. Post me na X. From 2022, 2023, 2024. From 2024 even. Post that PM made in 2024. They were quoting them. I have them. Even the videos. Should I be playing them? The appeal is still going on.
The kwanya here kwa video PM. This life no balance really. Na kwa video PM na kwa na akuku ya. And then you PM kulu na this video. Somebody like Vam Ekpa they wept yourself. I can't play it. Any PM kuya Vam Ekpa wept there. Mabu ni yo neku no olulia no bi. All wept that video and may analyze. I'm alluding that because I just want to send Vam message. But if you listen to the sound of my voice, I'm laughing. I'm just laughing. Oh, this life no balance.
In my ex post, you know, man. Come on now, if any PM kuru na court, they non a court. Ejimia. If any no kuru ni me court. Ejimia. All the everything na ex post, you know, man, na ex from 2022, 2023, 2024, from 2024 even post that PM made in 2024. They were quoting them. I have them, even the videos. Should I be playing them? The appeal is still going on. I don't want to jeopardize that appeal.
Should I be playing them? The appeal is going on. Aqua video PM na nakako. Kana gano bi kajina aka. O ye ngwaloge sege. O kwuru si no bu ifo okuru basalo video PM melo or program PM melo ka eji we pe PM ikpe. Mono ife jobuzi onwe ya na enwa na echezi na ife onye ozo kwuru basalo video PM buzi ife eji we pe PM ikpe mana nke enwa na onwe kwuru basalo video PM abu ife eji we pe PM ikpe. Na ege ntị, this is not even my problem.
I will give Biafrans information that I know is, you know, it's not going to be a problem as much as I understand or I feel. I stand to be corrected though. Professor Chioma na court kuru the same thing. I asked her, are we supposed to be talking about what happened in the court? Professor Chioma said, no, because the appeal is still going on. We don't have to be talking about what is happening inside the court. Professor Chioma told me, and I told Professor Chioma, tell the other one so, because you are very close to them. Tell them to be careful. Professor told me, say, no, I'm not close to them, or you are the one that's close to them. But I'm seeing things on social media. Let us be careful, please. This appeal, PM must win it. Now, let me tell you why PM need to win it. I know. Obi-Wan, I know. That's why I told Professor Chioma, I told her, can you help me tell them to please maintain? It is not by force. That must come. And be bringing and talking. I'm not saying that what they have said so far is going to jeopardize. So I'm just advising. I'm not the type that will come and create a problem where there's no problem.
Okay.
I'm just...
But you are creating the problem already. You're already creating the problem. Where there is no problem. PM Ogwalogono Mahona Biafra Unite no life. And no na Biafrans information of Yenagano. Ogwageno Maho. Ogwalogono ge PM Ogwalogono Maho na Biafra Unite no life during his court sitting. Ogwalogono Maho. Last time you were there in the court while he was talking to me on phone while I was on live, and they told him that Biafra Unite is live. Talk to him and talk to Biafrans. You were there. It happened to your presence. So Ogwalogono Maho. Anyway, Kainaga.
Advise him. If any name in a court, or if any Nikaiga then you go outside. Or if any I gotta be careful. Ngwa prof biko advice yaram ha ka no nwa amara kwa simba no mo anam di close to them. Oh biko. Now, before I forget what I'm supposed to say, PM need to win this particular appeal.
Sure.
And PM winning this appeal is in the interest of mainly those of us in diaspora. Now, somebody say, please, is it true that they have shifted the date PM will open his defense from 17th to 10th? Thank you for this question. Thank you for this question. Now, while I was in the courtroom, PM told me, I told PM I'm going back today. That was the last day I was in court. PM said, you are going back? Please come back, because on the 17th, I will be bringing my defense. That's what PM told me. But the lawyer, had earlier told us that PM's defense will start on the 13th. That was the information we had before. But PM told me by himself. PM told me by himself. Now, I am not the only one that heard it. Adadio Rama was there. She heard when PM told me that 17th, he would be his defense. Nkiru was there when PM told me that 17th would be his appeal. Ifeanyi was there. Our sisters from the US, they were there. PM did not say it secretly. He said it openly. He said, bam, bam, bam. Akuya Biachi on the 17th. And then he was not advising Ifeanyi to tell other people to come, because on the 17th, he will bring his defense. Now, because the lawyer who told us earlier that the defense will start on the 13th, and now if the defense starts on the 13th, it means that the defense starting on the 13th will also be on the 17th, because 17th was what PM told me. So if it starts today, what's the problem? So why would somebody want to discredit me? Maybe want to make it look like Van is not saying the truth. Whereas it is what PM told me that I am.
Now. Oh my goodness me, this life. Hey. Now, wow. Now, yesterday, when I was on my Summery broadcast yesterday, I broke the news of PM defense beginning today. So when I broke that very news yesterday evening, please, my people, bakwalo no makebe because on channel here yesterday. How did I discredit Vam? Because someone break the news, so he is literally talking to me. And the next time Vam stop beating about the bush. I'm not that type of person. I am the one that broke the news. So how did I discredit Vam? Can somebody make it make sense to me? How on earth did I discredit Vam? How did I discredit him? That very information was publicly made, though that same broadcast, I've already said it in the morning. YouTube has taken down the program because I showed the faces of the Fulani terrorists that kidnap our people in the church in Afa, the local government area of Enugu State. And Afa only Sindineti Sinani, the prophet Indineti Sinani. So YouTube, I like her. Otu esi wee kwute okwu ndị na-atọ mmadụ and afa ndị anwa gbasatara afa onye isi prophet ndị na-eti isi naanị. Media achọghị ya. They have taken down that very video. And that was a very fantastic broadcast I did yesterday evening. Very, extremely informative. Very fantastic. That carried a lot of information, including that our sister Ejeji ndị amị n'ebe okwe lose consciousness, lose your memory. Very informative, including the names of our people Eji na Wawa Barracks in Niger State. On that program. You know, now the biggest information is the twist, the change of date of our Prime Minister's defense, which started today. That broadcast was extremely beautiful. YouTube took it down simply because the faces of the people told the buy all information on the back had careful. YouTube will take it down because after how basatara afọ onye isi ndị na-eti isi naanị and achọ ka attach ya to ndị na-atọ mmadụ. My people, you people were here. You all were here yesterday. Was there any time when I gave that information that I did it to discredit anybody? I was in a shock when I heard this from him. Let's listen.
On the 17th. And then he was now advising fine to tell other people to come because on the 17th he will bring his defense. Now, because the lawyer who told us earlier that the defense will start on the 13th, and now if the defense starts on the 13th, it means that the defense starting on the 13th will also be on the 17th, because 17th was what PM told me. Oh, so if he starts today, what's the problem? So why would somebody want to discredit me? Maybe want to make it look like Van is not saying the truth, whereas it is what PM told me.
What does he mean? Even that same 17th, I am the one who still broke the news. Why is this guy? Are you a narcissist? Are you a narcissist? Even that same 17th, Van, you are not the one that brought the news of 17th. You were in the court. When that thing was happening, you were in the court. You were not live. I was live. I am the one who broke the news, not even you. So how can I say that date changed to 13th just to discredit you? If I was to discredit anybody, I would have discredited myself, because I'm the one who gave Biafrans a 17th date in the first place, not you. You later came live later at night when everybody has already known that it was going to happen on 17th. So how could I tell them about the change of date to discredit you when I'm the one who broke the news of the 17th? Nna nekwanu manya ụmụ Igbo. Nekwanu manya. Mmadụ ya nọzibia no pialụ mkpụrụ amụ. Nekwanu manya. Okwamuwa boy nyelu the date of 17th. Vam, you came live later at night when you went back to your hotel room. By that time, the date is already there. So how did I now give the news of change of date to discredit you? I don't understand, my people. I don't understand. Okay.
That I am telling Biafrans. Exactly. You know, I told you guys, I work with PM. Anything PM told me is what I do. And when the lawyer told us that the defense will start on the 13th, he also told us that there's a possibility of changing date or shifting. So if PM now eventually told me it is 17th, will I argue? Will I now say, no, PM, no, it is 13th? Oh, PM told me 17th. And
even yesterday when I was talking about the change of date, I equally told our people who have already prepared themselves for 17th, I told them to continue their preparation. With good heart, no biocha. Kedi febu mmadụ na-eme ife no biocha. Ndị obi na-eri iro na-agba mgba. I told our people, no biocha, see, look, because 17th has already been announced. Continue your preparation, don't worry. That very 13th is only but one day. The next sitting is going to be 17th, and you are going to be there. Nothing has changed. The only thing that changes is the date, but that does not mean that 17th, our PM is not going to defend himself anymore. You are still needed. I made it very clear yesterday. All of a sudden, I'm getting this whole thing this afternoon. Unbelievable.
If PM told me it was going to be on the 13th, I was already on my way out of Finland. I would not even be able to come back on the 13th. Thank God what it was 17th. So I'm able to plan my way so that I will be in Finland for the 17th. Of course, I will be in Finland on the 17th. If the defense started today, fine and good. Is it a problem? It's not a problem. So why will someone want to make it look like Vam 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 is not saying the truth, or maybe it's not 17th?
Now, wow.
That's not pure.
Now, wow.
That's not pure.
Now, wow.
You know why it's not pure? Because PM said it in the hearing of everybody that I should come back for the 17th. And he advised the fine to tell other people to prepare and come on the 17th. And I have advised those that I know around, and I said it on air, and I've told everyone that I know would be eligible to join. Some people are already booking their flights from the US. Some are coming from around Europe to join on that 17th. So it's not a problem. It is PM's word that I am acting on. So if the defense started today, fine and good. But another thing I will advise, let us be careful. It is not everything that you get in this court that you will be making public for now, because you might be jeopardizing PM's appeal. Now,
Vam, nobody is jeopardizing PM's appeal. Stop the fear-mongering. Stop the fear-mongering and stop your blame tactics. Nobody is jeopardizing PM's appeal. Okay? Stop your blame tactics. I hope you are not building your case. I hope you are not building your case. Let me warn you on time. As God may have it, I have Mazi Simon and Joko. But I hope Nuche Gana ha gwagi in case Obuna Arapo ya God forbid but as they say no Biafra United cause. I hope you are not building your case. Because Obuna in building your case, if that's what you're planning, then you will be disappointed. God will disappoint you. Because Uche Mada Abu Uche Chuku. Uche Mado Abu Uche Chuku. Uche Chuku Yeme. Eme Numane Uche Chuku Yeme. Abasi Aneka no Uche Chuku Yeme. I hope you are not doing this to build your case against me, because I know you and the Mama Dabo have been targeting me. I know very well you and the Mama Dabo have been targeting me. So I hope you are not doing this to build your case against me, because what you are looking for is a way to bring me down on social media. I hope you and the Mama Dabo are not building your case. Uche Chukwu yeme o. Oku Uche Chukwu yeme. Bulu no bi no Uche Chukwu yeme.
Buttressing my earlier point, this appeal must be won by PM. PM need to win.
Now I don't have to listen further. My message to Vam is very simple. Very, very simple. Vam, I don't have anything to drag with you. You did not mention my name on this program, but you are talking to no other person than Biafra Unite. Because everything you said here, I am the only one, only one, who is giving out authentic transcription of our PM's court appeal. The only one. Because, first of all, those are people in Finland who are there with our Prime Minister through thick and thin, who have always been there with him. They are working with me. I know when you came into the fore, and I know who brought you. It was a Imam Madabo that brought you. It was Imam Madabo that brought you. And I know when Imam Madabo was brought into the fore. I know when Imam Madabo... We already discussed it. Before they brought Imam Madabo, we discussed it. In case you don't know, I'm saying it for the first time in the public. We discussed it after our PM requested that they should start supporting Imam Madabo. And later on, he also requested that they should also start supporting Bryson Ekpa and his team. We discussed it. I'm saying it in the public. This is the first time I'm saying it. We discussed it. So I know when Imam Madabu himself came into the fold, I know. And then he brought you. So bringing you in does not mean now to Apapuzie Biafra Unite na because the last meeting na family with Imam Madabu, or he only request that they should stop giving Biafra Unite information, which happened last week. Today is what? Today is Thursday. Yeah. Was it late? I think it happened during the weekend. Yes. So, akam de kwa chao. Onweko ofumbu ya muna go na azo vam. Onwe ofumkpuru ife muna go na azo. Muna ga no ha azo anything. Muna ga no ha na the same category. Forget I no na Biafra na azo nwere onwe. We are not on the same category. Inoko obodo Igbo, mu ano obodo Igbo. But I know my levels. Monago anoho na the same category at all. Both in the struggle and outside the struggle. Onye ọbụla na-agbawe ya. Biko, vam. Eji m obi Chineke nna bi n'eluigwe wee yọọ gị. Onweho ife mụ na go na-azọ. At all. You have your platform. I have my platform. Everybody knows you in the struggle. Likewise, they know Biafra Unite. Biko, do your thing. This is the third time I'm responding to you. And out of those 4 times, you are the one that made me respond to you. The very first time that I responded to you, you cursed it. The second time I responded to you, you cursed it. The second time was when you brought our PM's father on social media. You made me come and respond to you. And then the third time is now. Please. Onweho ofumkpuru ife mụ na go na-azọ. Nekwe mkpa abụ m aja adịghọ ya. Mụ na go anaghị azọ anything. Ọkwa PM kwuru say stop saga while you were listening at your presence. In your presence, rather. So ị na-agba na-abụ saga indirectly. Oluechi si but onwere onye kpọrọ afa. But Oliver the Coke kwesị ọsadebe kwu okwu na onye ọ gwara amalugo Oliver Coke onye ọ gwara amalugo. Because Oluechi na-esi na onwe onye kpọrọ afa. But ọsaga ka ị na-agba m. Biko, onweghị ife mụ na go na-azọ. You are the information minister and the information and information minister and information and communication minister. Ọgụnwe ya. Biko jide ya, mụ na ga anaghị azọ anything. Vam biko. Enyekwa that information minister mmammenwe ife do na ya adịghọ m ready for it. And don't quick enye gị ife m na-eme na ịma nwa efe imenwu ya because you are not ready for it. Biko, jido your position. Onwe ife mụ na go na-azọ. At all. Kwe me ife bụ at all. Onwe ife mụ na go na-azọ. Jido your position. Kwụsị ịgba m war indirectly. PM ma ife m na-eme. Oluechi ọ sị na ọ chọzi ka ndị ọ na-lead his folks, his subordinates. Oluechi ọ sị na ọ chọzi ka his citizens, not even subordinates or folks. No. Oluechi Maazị Simon Ekpa Njoko say that na ọ chọzi ka his own citizens mali ife na-aga in the court case of their prime minister. He has the channels to talk to me direct. He will speak to me. the message will reach my desk one hand, even without equal public or public in the court. You also have opportunity to go there on 17th. You go there, draw ya. Stop or Biafra United from giving news of his court case to Biafran people. Gwaya publicly, so that he can be able to admonish me. I know you are listening to me. This word is from the depth of my heart. Where even are gonna azo nothing. Where ufumpuli even are gonna azo. Yotago. Okwago abu minister of Ibumu Zabatana this struggle, but you are minister of information. Mona go na azo yozo. Obu bayonye bu Zabatana struggle. But you are minister of information. Am I dragging it with you? The answer is no. Because we are not dragging anything, my brother. Akam Dokwacha, stop fighting me unnecessary battle. Unnecessary battle. Stop raising unnecessary dust. When I go when meeting with Indiba in Finland, they must stop talking to Biafra United. They must stop giving Biafra United information. Ojuho na afọ. Ahụ ejuho no. Ibukwa pụta ọzọ. Ino na-ekwu now that na ekwukwu ihe na-eme na kọ ịma hụ na PM dị against go ịkpọta mpa na ajụ tax na public. They ha we they no tell you that no now PM dị against it. They no tell you abi nke ahụ ha ịma mmadụ aba ma ngwago ya ka na ha agwaghị ya na PM so onye ekwukwuru okwu tax na public. They no tell you abi tax n'unu ji eli ndị be anyị mugu Biafra tax of ịma mmadụ aba aka agwara ọgụ na PM, so nobody should talk about it in the public. Mana ị ga-akpọpụta mpa ya na-agbọ ya question tax. Nke ahụ abụrụ ọbụghọ alụ ka imelụ. They no tell you abi ịma mmadụ aba agwaghọ gị ya nekwe mkpa bụ ma aja dị ọkwa ya o. Lapụ m aka biko ka m nọrọ onwe m. I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing my thing. I'm begging you, please. Okwu angwalogo. Ekwekwana can repeat here again. I don't have time when I gave you na akọ ogologo akụkọ na social media. I have a bigger fish to fry. Biko can your logo. I'm not going to open the microphone because I know that most of the people who are going to speak will be on vam. I know. I know that most of the people who are going to speak, if I dare open the line, will be on the vam case. So therefore, I am not going to open the line. I am sorry because dear Nyotun Sinedia. Oh, Umu Igbo, Umu Biafra niile. Dear Nyotun Sinedia. Ofia deba ke nwa Maria. Ofia deba ke nwa Maria. We must focus on the bigger goal, which I have said I have a bigger fish to fry. Yotago. Ofia deba ke nwa Maria. Mbochinta kai chuonu no werenchi. I'm going to end this very program now, and I hope Van will pick correction with this particular. Somebody allow us to talk to him. I can see no cool on down. No muchuko kabia. Cool on it down. Oh, cool on it down. Onya ikwu amaghị ibe ezi ya. No, don't worry. Edeka dalu, don't worry yourself. Una worryla. Amam ka o si anụ onye ọbụla ọkụ n'obi. Cool on down. Vam bụkwa our brother adịka amụ. Lapụ no problem ya. O nwego the personal problem already. So only one personal problem outside the normal problem, why not a man with problem with other people? So cool on that happen here. Yeah. All right. So we are going to call it a night. I want to thank every one of you for listening to me and for joining me this evening. Chukwu okike abịa ma bi n'eluigwe nọnyere unu ncha niile. Biko continue to pray for our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, and of course continue to ask God to have mercy on his people. Na ya agaghị ego ụzọ. Ịghọtago? Please continue to pray for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and continue to pray for our men on ground, the Biafra Liberation Army, that at the end of everything, victory will be ours. I thank you all for listening to me. May God bless you in everything you do to better your life and your future. From me, from here, it is good evening.